In this video, we'll create our roofs. I've opened up the 3D view. From the Architecture tab, I can find the Roof tool. In the Type selector, I'll choose the type that I'd like. Notice Sketch Mode has activated and I have a new tool called Pick Walls. I'll choose that. I'll set the overhang to be 1'6". In the Properties panel, I'll set the level to top of plate. I'll zoom in and notice my blue dashed line shows up again, indicating the side that the overhang will go to. I'll click on my walls and trim to get a continuous loop. In the north here, my roof doesn't quite cover the bump out. I'll select the line and change the overhang to 3. I'll hit the green check mark and see the roof that's been created. I've created a hip roof. We're looking for a gable though, so I'll click on the roof and say Edit Footprint. To change the shape of the roof, I need to change which sides of the roof define the slope of it. In this case, I'll click on the north and south lines and uncheck Define Slope. I'll then say OK. Notice I've created a gable roof now. I'll repeat that to create my garage roof. I'll go to the Architecture tab and find Roof. I'll choose the Pick Wall tool. This time I'll ensure my base level is set to 2nd floor. I'll keep the overhang at 1'6". I'll click on my garage walls and hit Escape to exit the Pick Wall tool. I can then select the 2 lines that I do not want my slope based on, and I'll uncheck Define Slope. I'll hit the green check mark to see what I've created. By default, the slope of these roofs is 9 and 12. I'll click on my roof. I'll change that to a 7 and 12 roof. That adjusts the pitch of the roof. I'll do the same for the garage. Click and type 7. So far we've created hip and gable roofs. I have a few additional shed roofs I'd like to create. In order to do that, I'll zoom in to the side of my back porch. I'll go to the Architecture tab and choose Roof. In this case, I find it helpful to be in wireframe. I'll draw a rectangle from my walls to past the column. For a shed roof, only one line will be defining the slope. So I'll click on the lines that will not and uncheck Define Slope. In the Properties panel, I'll set this roof to 3 and 12 and hit Apply. I'll turn back Shaded View and we can see what's been created. For this back porch, I want it to be defined by the 1st floor, but I'd like it to have an offset of 7 feet. I'll do that in the Properties panel. For the southwest bump out, I would like that base level to be 2nd floor with an offset of 0, and the walls to have a 1'6" overhang. I'll use the Trim tool to ensure I have a continuous loop and set my slopes. I can choose the house close to the view cube to return to my standard 3D view. Notice our walls need a little bit of work. I'll click on a wall and say Attach Top. I'll choose the roof above it. That works the same for columns. I'll click on all 3 columns of the front porch at once and say Attach Top Base and then the roof. For my back columns, those will need to be attached to the floor. The process is the same, only this time I click the floor. In this video, we created roofs by footprint. We also looked through some different options for defining the slope of the roof. We then attached the top of our walls to the roofs we created. I hope this helps.